So, if you want to know what happened on Jan 6, it's very simple. There were some bad cops who let some of the people in to the U.S. Capitol in Washington D.C. on January 6, 2021. That was Wednesday. Very simple. There were some Antifa and there were some QAnon followers, and they were going in. And some of the Q people, they believed that they were told by Q that they need to go in there and help save the day, kind of thing. And it's very persuasive to be drawn in to the idea that you can do something like that, and they were tricked. Not that there isn't any truth behind anything that Q says. The problem is that they're being led down a wrong path, and that's what happened. And then there were some Americans, some patriots that followed in. Out of the thousands to millions of people that were in Washington D.C. on that day, there might have been like 100 people or less than 1,000 people that were going towards the Capitol or started going into the Capitol. And then there's people talking about special forces going in trying to get some things like laptops from Pelosi. But I don't really know what kind of people they might have been. But unfortunately, all these things are happening at the same time, and there's reports about it. There's other people making videos about it and talking about it, and then I like to go around the internet telling people what I've heard, and I often hear that other people know, and then I feel like it's almost pointless for me to talk about stuff that other people know. I often feel like I'm in some kind of echo chamber, same chamber. Can I say? Can I talk? Can I tell you what I'm trying to say? What I'm trying to say is I always feel like people already know what I'm saying, so then I feel like I should just become a robot and talk in a monotone all day. Other times I want to go all over the place and yell at people because I feel like people need to know what I know or what I think they need to know. And I wanted to make this video because I just wanted people to know that earlier today I was on Agenda Free TV and I was just telling people what's happening, and he puts me on timeout or he bans me in the live chat on YouTube. And he's done that before when I talked about things about COVID and how people can recover, and how the CDC talked about how people recover, they can get better, and it's true and everybody knows it. And he's like, stop spreading fake news, and he put me in timeout. That's too bad. And so today he put me in timeout again, and that's too bad. I'm just trying to let people know you can watch the videos, and it's on band.video. Band, not the musical band. Band video. Band.video. And it's like I also went to another live stream of Matt Christiansen, and that was just like a few minutes ago, and I got put on a timeout there because I was saying the same thing about trying to expose January 6th, and I'm disappointed that Donald Trump is not exposing it, and he only has a few days left to save the day, kind of thing. And it's possible that he could, if he can get enough people in the military to help to stop China from installing their puppet, Joe Biden. And the very least that Donald Trump should do is go live and expose a bunch of things. And he should use the emergency broadcasting system and put his live feed on radio, on TV, everywhere. And at the very least, talk for an hour and expose Joe Biden and say, he's not eligible to be a president because of these crimes. And according to the Constitution, according to these laws, he's not allowed. At the very least, to expose him, expose what happened on January 6th, that it was a trap, to quote Star Wars in Return of the Jedi. The fifth alien says, it's a trap. And except he says it in his own fist little way. And it was a false flag. And it wasn't the first. These things happen again and again. The next one is coming January 20, possibly. And it's unfortunate that we're in this situation. And it's too bad that Donald Trump couldn't have tried harder, assuming that he didn't try his best already. And I'm gonna assume that he didn't do everything he could have, even though he did a lot for the country and helped a lot. We all know that. If we've been paying attention, we know that he's helped. But it doesn't really matter if you can't win an election when you won an election. If there's so much voter fraud, then it's just too bad. And so it's like do or die kind of thing. I just wanted to make a video, go live for just for 1 second, and say I got put on a timeout. No big deal, except for the fact that I feel like people should know what happened on January 6th, and not enough people are talking about it. And then there's fake news lying about what happened, and people are going around talking about censorship on Twitter, mostly Twitter, because they banned Donald Trump on Twitter. And so a lot of people are talking about that, and it's just too bad, and that we're distracted and we're talking about these things like censorship and not talking about the election fraud. Not enough people are talking about the election fraud. We were, and then before that we're talking about COVID, and we should be exposing COVID, and we should just get back to what we should be focusing on. I am banned. You are? Let's see. General Shepard. That's good. And General Shepard, I follow your videos because I watch Alex Jones. And I'm actually afraid of getting my channels banned on YouTube. I think about that all the time. January 6th is good, except for the people that were infiltrating, that were trying to make problems. And those people are not really Trump supporters, but then fake news are saying, oh, those are Trump supporters being violent, but they're not really. Bart, fine. Yes, that's good. And it's good that you are able to get the videos out so that more people can see it. And it takes a lot of work to do that kind of stuff. And I think about doing that, and I don't. I've shared a couple of videos, but haven't done that. I worry about getting getting videos banned, yes, but also channels terminated. And that's what I wanted to say. Like, think about that. And in order to make new channels on YouTube, you normally have to have like different phones or phone numbers in order to activate it. It used to be easier. I made around 35 YouTube channels around 2010, mostly around 2010, and it was easier to make them at that time because you didn't have to verify with your phone when you make the accounts. And now I think you do. And so that just makes it a little bit more difficult. Unless when you make an account, can you make different channels from that same account, from the same email and from the same account? Because there's an option where you're allowed to make another channel from the same account, but then when they ban the channel, does that also ban the account? That's what I want to know. And I feel like, well, I could just find out, get banned again. I've had a few of my channels banned, and I lost a lot of videos, and I feel like, do I want to do that again? And I think about that, and I may do it. I don't know. Right now, I feel like I don't really have to worry about that right now. But hypothetically, if you're in that situation, then it's like kind of like tough luck kind of thing. And that's too bad. And I think I'm gonna go now. Burner phone, yes. Burner phones are good, and also you can buy a device that's like that can plug into the laptop, and then you can have the SIM card. You can plug it into the device, and then it's like kind of like a versatile phone in a way. And I prefer having something like that because I like using a computer. I like using a laptop more than a phone. I don't use phones that much, and so it's like then you can go to your phone, go back to your laptop without leaving your laptop because the SIM card is plugged into the device is plugged into your computer, and make backup channels. And I do have some backup channels, but then once they're all gone, then they're gone, and that feels like very depressing. I think it's very depressing, but it's okay because when you try to get the truth out there, it's like that's more important, especially at this point in history. It's a do or die kind of thing. Use the phone to start making the account, but then when you go and try to make another account, can you use the same phone number? And the answer might be no. I would imagine in some situations when you're doing that, they know and they say, hey, that phone number is already used and you can't use the phone number again. So it's possible that you can't. You've had hundreds of channels deleted, so how do you do it? Can you use the same phone number again and again? Change the number. Can you change your phone number without... Do they accept phone apps with those phone numbers, versatile phone numbers with the phone apps? Is that a no? Because I've used the phone apps like Talkatone, and then I get a phone number, but I believe that some websites don't accept those kinds of numbers. They don't accept the phone app numbers. And that's too bad. And so they want the other kinds of phone numbers that come from the normal SIM cards and not from the apps. And somehow they make a distinction between the two, and that's too bad. And I don't know how they would do that, unless if there's some apps that can get around that. Then I would have to try all the phone apps to see. Okay, so TrackPhone lets you change your phone number for free. Is that what you're saying? And I should try that TrackPhone. Have I ever had a TrackPhone? I think the answer is possibly. I think I have used that, and think I could probably use it again. And I think that's probably a good idea. And so I'm probably gonna try to work on that eventually. So I think that's all I'm going to say for now. So if you don't mind, I'm going to go now. If you have any questions or you have anything else you want to say, speak now or forever hold your peace. Email. That's good. I will copy. Good night. Copy that. I will copy that. So I like to use Proton Mail, but I've used Gmail, and before that I was using Yahoo. So Yahoo goes way back for me. So I kind of have a love-hate relationship with Yahoo because it's using it back probably as early as like 98. Not your boo-boo. Rah, rah, roo, roo. Yeah. Not your Scooby-Doo. Not your kangaroo. Rah, rah, roo, roo. Rah, rah, roo, roo. Yeah.